Hello, in this demo I'm going to show you how to set up a scenario where you have a ladder that you have to climb. And let's just go to our project here and take a look at what objects we have. We've got a room called side of house, we have a room called garage, we have an object called ladder which is in the garage, we have a living room, and a roof. So I noticed going down from the roof gets us into the living room. So how do we make this ladder something that we can climb? Well, let's look at our verbs here. And climb may in fact be a built-in verb, and it is. But if it weren't, we could just go here, type it in, and then click add, and then we would have that as one of the verbs that we can use. And then we need to add a function called climb ladder, or you could call it whatever you want, right? The name doesn't really matter, it's just there so you can see what it does. And then we need to write some code here. So let's take a look at how this works. Now the scenario here is the player has to go into the garage, get the ladder, and then use the ladder on the side of the house. So in order to climb the ladder, we first want to check that the player is at the side of the house. So if the player is at the side of the house, then we're going to do everything that's inside of these curly braces here. So it prints, you lean the ladder against the house and climb up. And then we put the player on the roof, and we put the player at the side of the, we put the ladder at the side of the house. So the player basically drops the ladder, and then we set the ladder's initial to description to a ladder leans against the house, and then we print out the new room description. So what we're doing is just printing out that you climb the ladder. We're putting the player on the roof, dropping the ladder at the side of the house, changing the description of the ladder, and then printing out the new room description. So if we're not at the side of the house, then it's going to say you see no way to do that here. So if it can't do this, it's going to go to the else clause and do that. So now what if the player doesn't have the ladder? Well, that's where the verb rules come in. So we can add a rule onto a verb that says if I try to climb something, I have to have it. How about that? So well, maybe we don't want that, but well, I guess it'll work in this game. So what you could try to climb a hill, right? And you wouldn't have the hill. But in this scenario, if you want to climb something, you have to have it. Now let's save that, and now let's test it and see what happens. So I'm at the side of the house. There's a garage to the south. Okay, garage, there's the ladder. Take the ladder. Okay, I am carrying a ladder. X ladder. This is a 10-foot aluminum ladder. Okay, so let's go north. Now we're at the side of the house, and there's a garage to the south. So if I type climb ladder, it says you lean the ladder against the house and climb up. And now we're on the roof. And we're on the roof of a small house. There's a large hole in the roof. Okay, so if I type I, you'll see that I'm not carrying the ladder anymore. The ladder's back on the side of the house. And if I go down, now I'm in the living room. And can I go outside? No. You know what I'm going to do? Just for the to show you how this works, if I go, now this is not how it would work in real life, but let's just say from the if I went east from the house, I could somehow get back to the side of the house. There's some way out of the house, and I just wanted to show you. Now let's try climb ladder and see what happens. It says you don't see that, right? We don't have the ladder. Take ladder. Go north, and let's drop the ladder. And now let's try to climb the ladder. It says you don't see that. Oh, I should say we don't have that, but okay. So now let's take the ladder, climb ladder, and now we go up. Oh, we're already up. Now let's go down. And now we set it up so we could go east back to the side of the house. And you can see, there it is. A ladder leans against the side of the house, right? So we've changed the initial description of the ladder to reflect how we left it the last time. So there we go. That's how to get the ladder working. This demo is out in the samples project, and there's that code in case you need to freeze frame it. Just make a function that makes the player actually climb the ladder, and then hook it up to a sentence, like climb ladder, like we have here, and that way when the player types climb ladder, it'll call your code. All right, so if you have any questions about how to get that to work, just ask.